Hello and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, we help members of the public get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. We give you a choice. Sit down with one of our regular dealers. They're going to try and tempt you with a cash offer on the table today.
£120.
£375.
Oh no, it's worth more than that.
If I don't think that's enough money, I'm going to advise you to reject it and place the same goods into an auction in the hope that you will get a little bit more money there. Today the show comes to you from Derby. Just look at the crowd. They're all smiling. They've come down here in great anticipation. They want to do business. They want to walk away with the real deal.
It's all go in the dealer's den, and for the first deal of the day, we're over on Simon's table. Let's see if Simon can prevent this item from pirouetting its way into the auction room.
Now, you bought something in today, Graham, that's right up my street. A nice dancing girl. What can you tell me about this figure?
My wife used to go out, my late wife used to go out every Sunday without fail and come back with lots of items. This was one of them. Don't really know that much about it, but she did say she thought it might be quite valuable.
Right. And what sort of money did she pay for these things?
I'm not sure. She wouldn't pay a lot. She would probably go out with about £50 or £60 or something like that. She wouldn't pay the earth for them.
Well, she did well when she bought this, because it's a very nice little figurine. And the reason I say it's right up my street, it's the sort of thing that I deal in all the time. I sell a lot of Art Deco figures. This one's made by a Czechoslovakian company called Royal Dux, which I think most people have probably heard of. It's a really nice example of an Art Deco figure. It's got a lot of movement in it. Like the hands, the arms are all sort of in different positions. You've got the bent knee. It's a really nice little figure. So the question is, what's it worth?
I'm not sure myself. Like I say, Sue would go out and she would... I remember her saying she thought it was worth quite a few pounds.
Worth a bit. Well, I hope she bought it very, very cheap, because I always like it when people tell me, oh, I bought that in a car boot sale for a £5. But well, I'd like to buy this, so I'm going to make you what I think is a very fair offer for it, and I'm going to offer you £100.
I couldn't let it go. I think it's worth a lot more than that.
A lot more than that?
I think so, yeah.
OK, well, I like it, and I think it's worth a bit more. I actually know exactly what it's worth because I've had the same figure and sold it quite recently. But I'd put down another £40, 140. We'd like to get David's opinion of what it's worth.
If he would, yeah. I'm not sure myself.
Let's get Mr. Dickinson and see what he thinks about the dancing girl.
Well, I have to say, I really rate this. Just look at the lines. It's very Art Deco. It's typical 20s, 30s. Now, the auctioneer and the independent valuers, they're equally enthusiastic. They're all saying £200 to £300. And I agree with that. Wouldn't surprise me if on a good day, someone fell in love with her and paid a bit more.
Thank you.
Right. I'd like to buy it off you, but I think there's a limit to what I can pay for it. So what I'll do is I'll put down another £40, and I'll offer you £180 for it. And that is going to be my final offer.
I bought it here to sell it.
Right.
If you could make that another £20, I would sell it. If not, then I think I'd go to auction.
Can't you take 190 for it? Just let me buy it under the 200. Look,
Make it 195 then.
I haven't got a fiver. Look, there's 190 there. It's all right, we're finished now, thank you, David.
Simon, don't be a cheapskate. Get the 200 in.
Look, you've made me drop all my money on the floor now. You're making me nervous.
Go on, 200 in, it's yours. I bought it to sell it.
You think 195? Come on, let's not argue for a fiver. £200.
OK.
Thank you very much, dude. You can thank David for that, because he definitely added a bit of value on there for you.
Thank you.
So the Duke has got his dancing shoes on and Graham gets a great deal. Now over to David Halkney. Will they go 8 for this item?
Well, tell me about the item you brought in today.
Well, it was given to me by my auntie,
in the 70s.
Uh-huh.
And I've kept it all these years, you know. The children used to think it was a novelty when they were little.
great,
And it's
isn't it?
just standing on a shelf now, and I just came out just out of interest today, just for you to have a look at it, really, you know.
So, Trevor, we know what it is, of course.
Yeah, Bruno, it's a Nutcracker.
It's a Nutcracker, yes. I've had many of these over the years, usually sort of character faces of men and all different things. I've had animals before, but I particularly like this one because it's a monkey. And this was probably made in Austria or somewhere like that, wouldn't it? The Black Forest, carved. I like the glass eyes.
Yeah, I don't know much about it at all.
I'm not quite sure whether they're still popular or not nowadays, but they were very collectible at one time, I can assure you. So what did you think this might be worth? You're not going to tell me?
No, we'll see what you offer.
See what I offer.
Thank you.
Well, I do like it. You brought it to me, and I like this little item here, so I'm going to get the cash out and see if I can tempt you. What about £30? Is that any good?
No, not yet.
Better take those back then, are they? And start with some blue ones. I like it, and I'd give £60 for it.
You warm?
Still think
I'm getting warm, am I?
Yeah, just a
a
little.
little bit more.
Yeah.
£70. Don't forget, I've got to sell this for a bit of profit, you know. That's my job. Once upon a time, I would have thought this was worth well over 100, but I'm not quite sure how collectible they are nowadays.
Yes.
What do you think? Am I getting close now?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, you are.
Well, £70, I think I'd want to give another fiver, and I think that would be me.
Well,
£75, but you can try it in auction, you know that.
yes.
But of course, £75 it represents sort of 90.
It's about 80.
Don't you want me to earn anything? I don't think I'd want to give 80.
Don't you?
Joan, let me earn something. I don't think I'd want to give any more than 75.
Yes. That's a deal.
Have we had a deal? Trevor, are you sure this is all right? You're not going to get into trouble?
No, I won't get into trouble.
Thanks for the deal. Enjoy the money as well.
Thank you.
Cracking deal, David. Now let's pop over to Michael, where his first item of the day comes in the form of a limited edition print. But what will Michael's limit be?
So, Vicky, you bought in a framed print. Tell me what you know about it and where did you get it from?
My sister-in-law used to be an artist, and I believe that she may have had direct contact with the artist, Donald Fraser, and unfortunately she passed on and it's just lying in the garage.
Yeah.
When I was carrying it, I just thought it's interesting.
Yeah.
So maybe I just come for evaluation or get something sensible from it.
Oh, good idea. So it's Donald Fraser is the artist.
Yes, it is.
And he passed away in 2009, we found out, didn't we?
Yes, yes.
And what you're looking at, if you look down here, you've got AP, which stands for artist proof.
Yes,
And then you've got 15 of 25.
yes.
Most artist proofs are under 10 or 12.
Right.
So this is quite a big run of an artist proof. So after this, there could have been a massive run of this particular print. And then there would have been an original of this one. And it's quite seductive. It's obviously ballerinas, and it's signed in pencil by the artist here, by the way.
Yes,
And he's exhibited a couple of times, or he's shown pictures at the Royal Academy.
yes.
So it gives him a bit of provenance, doesn't it? It gives him a bit of oomph, if you know what I mean. I'll make you an offer if you'd like me to.
I would love to.
Yeah, okay, let's have a bit of fun with a bit of money then. What do I want to pay? I'll tell you what, I'll give you £50 for it. It's quite a generous offer.
Not near, nowhere near.
Nowhere near.
No.
Do you know something I don't know about this
Yes, I
artist?
do.
Okay, tell me.
I've spoken to a few dealers and I have been given a rough amount of how much it will be worth. But your offer is nowhere near that.
Oh, really?
Not at all.
I feel embarrassed now.
You should.
I base my offer on, one, not knowing the artist, two,
Yes.
you know, it's quite modern, 1990 this was done, wasn't it? So,
Yes.
you know, I just see it as a modern print really by an artist who I don't know about. I don't know, I'll tell you what, I'll try £70.
Nope.
Still no?
It's off to auction.
Oh, right then.
Thank you so much.
Thanks anyway.
No problem.
Oh, never mind, Michael. So Vicky is determined to send the print to auction. Let's find out if her gamble will pay off, as it goes under the hammer of auctioneer Stephen Iredale.
She can't make it today. I'm looking after her interest. Now, the estimate is 150 to 250, and there is a reserve of 150. Is the 150 reserve just that little bit too ambitious for a signed artist proof of this type? Well, we're about to find out. It's coming up now.
Lot number 745 is the Donald Hamilton Fraser artist proof, and we've got commission bids here. Start straight in at 150, 160 to 80.
They like it. They like it, and they're going for it. 150, 160.
170, 180, 190, 200. 200 bid. At £200 I'm bidding 10. 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270.
Straight in there, we're at 260 now. Good choice to gamble and come to auction.
Now at 260, all done, and selling at 260.
The gambler's just gone down at 260 quid. Take away the commission, and we have £221, which we are sending off to Vicky. Vicky, you gambled, it came up trumps. That is the real deal.
Coming up, David hits the high notes.
Oh, sole mio.
But will Alison flash the big notes?
Yeah, you might get an extra fiver off me if you serenade me.
Going halfway.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Derby, where the deals are coming thick and fast.
My name's
We're heading over to Alison. Will this next item be music to her ears?
and this is your little...
Yes, it's the wife's great-grandfather's, and it's been passed down to my mother-in-law who's here today. So we're selling it on her behalf, hopefully.
So it's a concertina, isn't it?
It is a concertina, yes.
Well, I'm going to have a go with it. I can't leave it just sitting there and not have a go. It looks good. I can't see any holes.
No.
I see the boxes here, which is really nice, isn't it? And
Yes.
We've got a maker, so it's a London maker.
Yeah.
So how old would you say it was then? About 1900 or earlier?
Well, I think about 1900
Yeah,
to
it's got
1910.
a patent, so that normally puts it after 1880.
Okay.
So that would be about right. So why are we selling it?
Well, we knew Dickinson's Real Deal was in Derby today, so I thought we'd bring it down, see if it's worth anything, and if it was, you know, it'd go towards the holiday fund for next year.
All right, well, I feel sad that it's leaving the family heirlooms, but...
It'd go to a good cause.
yeah. 20. 40.
No, more.
More. I've got no idea what it would be to buy one new. I've got no doubt it'd be quite costly.
Oh, yeah.
Let's throw another 45. My offer's 45 quid.
Is that it? Is that your final
Yeah.
offer?
It's where I feel I want to be.
Oh, sole mio.
Brings back memories, those. 45, is that all? 80 to 120. That's what they say.
They are. Well,
And a good one, especially an Italian maker, they can get up around that £100 and sometimes a little bit more. It's a question of, do you fancy a gamble? If you fancy a gamble, you might double that at auction, but you would have commission to be taken off. And also, Alison, once she's heard the sounds of Napoli, oh sole mio, she might want to buy it.
Right.
yes. Yeah, you might get an extra fiver off me if you serenade me.
I'm going out the way.
Are you going to serenade me,
No.
Nigel?
Not on camera, anyway.
Well, let me put the extra fiver, 50 quid.
I think we go to auction. Alison.
That's great. That's
We'll have a
great.
gamble.
That way you won't get it wrong with your mother-in-law either, will you?
Yeah. we had a figure in mind, so
What
we
was
know.
your figure?
We looked about £100 because it was sentimental as well to the mother-in-law that if we didn't get that, then we'd put it into auction and see where we go.
And if I've learnt nothing else as a dealer than sentiment is very expensive.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
very much,
Nigel.
Alison.
Thank
Thank
you.
Bad bad luck, Alison. No serenading for you. So it's off to the auction room with the concertina.
You can make a few bob with these, you know, going out, doing a bit of busking.
Yeah, probably. Could make a bit of them.
OK, you sat down with Alison Chapman, and Alison said, well, I'll give you 50 quid for that. What did you think to that?
I thought it was a bit low, so I thought we'll take his chance at auction.
OK, Alison, we didn't want your 50 quid, so we're gambling and we're here in the auction. It's probably worth a bit more, but are we going to get it? Let's find out.
Lot 775 is the musical instruments here, the 19th century patent concertina. Commission interest here, £70.
Straight in at 70. They think like the Duke thinks. It's worth a squeeze.
100, 110 has it, at 110.
Into the 100, into the 110.
At £110. Back of the room then, and selling against the commissions at 110.
OK, £110. We've got some deductions to take off. It's about 95 quid. It's just a few pounds, I think, under 95 quid. What's your reaction to that?
Very happy. That's a good deal. Yeah.
Anything to say to our deal, Alison, who offered you 50 quid?
Yes, I'm glad I made the gamble, Alison.
Alison, you needed to put down a few more quid on the table. You're going home with £95.
Yeah.
Music to our ears?
Very happy. That was the real deal.
That's the real deal, and it's music to our ears.
Well done, Nigel. You've squeezed a few extra pounds by gambling and going to auction. Back in the dealer's den, and will Simon be blinded by this sparkler?
Now, Judith, you bought in this little ring.
Yes.
How did you come to own this little ring?
It was my mother's engagement ring.
Right.
That's all I know about it.
So you know roughly exactly how old it is, I would imagine. Then,
well, she got married in 1938, so probably 2 years prior to that.
It's a sort of a little bit Art Deco looking, which was what the fashion was at the time. What you've got here, I think it's what we call in the trade a gypsy setting, or sometimes they're called illusion settings, because you've got one centre stone there, and you've got lots of little diamond chips around it, and it makes the single stone look bigger than it actually is. So at first glance, you think you've got a whopping great big stone there. You've also got, it carries on to the shoulders of the shank there with just, again, little diamond chips. So I think the actual ring shank itself is 18 karat gold. It's a pretty little ring. It's quite clean, quite a commercial thing really today. I guess there's plenty of young ladies around today that would quite enjoy having that as an engagement ring. So
unfortunately, it doesn't fit me. So
I was just about to ask you why you don't. So you're selling it because you just don't wear it anymore. And it looks like you've got a few rings. You like Guitarist?
Yeah. Well, they're not expensive rings, these aren't.
Right, well, let's hope this one's not too expensive.
We'll see.
We'll see. Right, well, for your ring, Judith, if I was to say 20, 40, 60, 80, 120 pounds, you'd probably say yes, wouldn't you?
No, definitely not.
Definitely not?
No.
Am I a long way away?
Quite a way.
Quite a way. Perhaps I'm being a bit mean there. What about if I had another £40, making £160?
No.
No?
No.
I don't know if I want to give any more. I think that's a very good bid for it.
What about another 20? I don't
Look,
think you will.
go on, look. Another tenner, 170. Go on, take 170.
No. If you put another tenner on, then maybe.
If I put another tenner, maybe I'll put another tenner down and you'll ask...
Another tenner on, yes.
And then it's a definite yes.
Yeah.
So take that away.
Yeah.
Put that there. £180, we can shake hands and have a deal. Are you happy with that, Judith?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you very much for bringing it in. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
Simon met his match there, but triumphed in the end. Back to David Hageney. Will he be able to resist making an offer on this family heirloom?
You brought in a little object here. Tell me something about it.
It was my grandfather's. He passed away years ago, but it's been handed down to my mother, and I thought I'd bring it in and see what you thought about it.
Would you be sorry to see it go if the price was right?
No, no. It's been in the cupboard for...
What's it, doing nothing?
5, 6, 7 years, so...
Yes. Well, I'll just explain what it is. I mean, it's beautifully carved, isn't it? It's sandalwood, I think. You can smell it, can't you?
Yes.
What it is, it's an Edwardian, late Victorian card case, calling card case.
That's right.
Take the top off and we can see then. There's your calling cards. These are very collectible items, calling card cases. We've made them in all sorts of tortoiseshell ones, wood ones, silver ones, mother of pearl ones, and they're highly collected and they're always a little bit different.
How old would you put that down?
I would think this is a very late one. I would think this is probably around 1900, I would guess.
Right.
And it's probably Anglo-Indian, is it, or something like that. It's not English, this one. There's a lot of work gone into it, isn't there?
It's lovely, yes.
Yeah.
Very, very intricate. Yeah, very nice.
So, I'll just get my glasses and have a good look at it. Of course, the collectors that collect these things are very, very particular. You know, there's a slight little bit of damage here.
Yeah.
And it's inlaid with probably silver or pewter, is it? And then we've got this very nice carving here with a fox or a dog, I'm not sure which.
Yeah, I think it's a fox.
Yeah, and then we've got the same, exactly the same, the other side. Well, how much would you like for it today?
I'm open to offers, to be honest.
Okay. Well, let me get the money out
A good
then.
offer, of course.
Well,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah. So, would you want £30 for it?
I wouldn't, to be honest, no.
You sure?
Yes. Positive.
What about £40?
The money's going to my mother. I'm giving her the money, so I want to get as much as I can for
Of
her.
course you do, yeah.
It's not for me, so...
I've got some great customers, but they all want things spot on, and I don't know anybody could do us a little damages, and there's one or two, actually, when I've had a good look at it. You know, I mean, I'd get something probably £100 for that, perfect, but considerably less as it is, because I want to give the headache to somebody else, and so I'm going to say to you, Tim, 45 quid, and that would be what I'd want to offer today.
It's your top price.
I thought it was a good price, actually, for me to leave a little bit of profit. That would be my offer, but you could try the auction if you wished. Have a think. It's a good bid, I think. I'm not trying to buy it cheaply, I promise you.
No, I can appreciate that, and I think you've definitely got a deal.
Thank you very much, Tim.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing it along today.
Congratulations, David, on inheriting that card case. Now let's go over to the sale room where today's competition item is about to go under the hammer.
Coming up next is today's competition item. Now, I like this. What we have here is a Japanese work of art. It's Meiji period, very late 19th century into the early 20th century, a small miniature ivory cabinet. The estimate is £1,000 to £1,500. It's coming up now. Let's see what it brings. But don't worry about the price, because I will make sure the competition is well worth winning. Have a look at this cabinet now. It's beautiful, it's quality, and I think this is very voguish at the moment. Let's see what it brings.
Super thing. Early 20th century, wonderful quality, had a lot of interest in it, and it starts with me at £1,200.
Straight in, on the book with the auctioneer, £1,200.
At £1,200 and three now. All done in the room then, all on commission at £1,200 and selling at £1,200.
OK, the gambler's gone down at £1,200. I think they expected a little bit more.
Coming up, will this item have Michael singing for his supper?
Oh, Kevin out. Rock salt. Rock salt.
Stay tuned to find out.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Derby.
The dealer's den has been a hive of activity and it's still buzzing. Let's go over to Alison, whose knowledge of sapphires is being tested to the limit.
So this is your sapphire and diamond ring.
Yes, it is.
And I've had a look at it. It's 18 carat. Did you buy it abroad?
Yes, my husband bought it as a present. He's got me 2 sapphire and diamond rings. I've kept one of them, but this one I no longer wear, and it's tucked away in my drawer, and I thought it's best if I, try and sell it.
Okay, so you're decluttering?
I am totally decluttering, yeah.
Any particular reason?
To make room for new jewellery. So
More
get some
jewellery.
more for my husband, yeah, possibly.
That sounds a good reason, doesn't it? Well, I've had a look at it. It is 18 carat, and the sapphires, you get very dark sapphires from Australia, and then you get sapphires from Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
And these, I would say, are Sri Lankan
They are
sapphires.
definitely, yes.
Yeah. and then we've got 2 little diamonds. The diamonds are about 5 points each. I also weighed the ring because it's a modern ring, and it comes more in the second-hand category than an antique ring. And so therefore, particularly with the gold price today, it will have a relevance, its weight.
Okay.
So if you were going to scrap that today at top gold price, you'd get about £80.
Right, okay.
It's not really going to be a big deal for me. I know exactly what I want to pay.
Yes.
So there's 130 pounds.
I was looking for a bit more than that because it is quite unique. I don't know how you feel about that.
It's I'm not faulting the design. I'm not faulting the stones. It's just that it's not an old ring.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, well, let me tell you what the independent value is. It's
Narmiel.
Narmiel. Interesting name.
Thank you.
OK. Pretty little ring. Now, the valuers and the auctioneer don't seem to rate this. They say 60 to 80. So you would have to say that our dealer has put down substantially more. And I can't recommend anything else except picking the money off the table.
It's true. I mean, it's a shame, really. At the moment, that would probably, if you went to auction, be sold for in and around its weight.
Yeah.
I personally think that the sapphires are nice enough quality not to melt the piece down.
Sure.
And I'll be able to find a good home for it. So would you like to take my money?
Yes, definitely, love to.
We've got a deal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So will Alison find a profitable home for the ring? We'll see how she gets on later in the show. Over on the other side of the den, will this next lot strike a chord with Michael?
So, Pat, you brought in a nice item, haven't you? Where'd you get it?
My husband bought it for his mum when he was a teenager, and we've had it since 1964.
So you've had it all that time, and now you're selling it. Why?
Well, it's in a cupboard. It isn't used, never been used.
Never used it?
No.
Well, let's explain to people what it is. It's a cruet set. A cruet being salt, pepper, rock salt goes in there for rock guitarists.
Oh, I always thought it was mustard.
Well, I'm going to say rock salt because it's a guitar, like rock,
yeah.
salt. You know, rock,
Yes.
salt.
Yeah.
It's like a song, rock, salt. Oh, Kevin out. Rock, salt. Rock, salt. So that joke fell flat, didn't it?
Well, yeah,
Why?
it was.
It's still a cruet.
Yeah.
It's still from the 1960s, quite like it. It's the sort of thing, if you got the right buyer for it, you could make a few quid out of it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You know, and I do know a few people in the guitar world, so I might be able to move it on, but I don't mind making you an offer for it.
Okay.
Okay. How much should I pay for such a beautiful thing?
Entirely to you.
What about a quick 20, 30 quid?
No.
Pat, I thought we were friends.
We are.
More than that?
Oh, I think so.
A lot more?
I'd like, yeah.
Well, I can't do a lot more. I'll go 40 quid. I'd like to stop there if I may.
Before I say anything, I'm going to do my solo. And you know why?
Yeah.
Of all your show business pals,
yes,
especially those in the rock world,
yeah,
that's an easy sale.
Oh, yeah? But do you sell to your pals or do you gift?
Well, I hear what you're saying. 40 to 60, 60 to 80 is what they're saying. Estimation.
Wow.
How much did he put down? 40.
40.
You know you've got all these rich show business friends.
Yeah.
OK?
Well,
get another tenner down,
all
Hoggy.
right. There you go, Pat. Are you happy with
I
that?
told you, he's a diamond geezer.
Are we happy with that, Pat? You sure? We got a deal?
Got it.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Rocking good news.
Rocking good news.
It's back to the dealer's den and we're on David's table. Will he be driving away with a good deal today?
It's not off your Rolls-Royce, is it?
No.
All right.
No. Well, I didn't get off.
Well, it's off a Rolls-Royce, isn't it?
It is, I think so,
Is
yeah.
it something you've had a long time?
I've had about 20 years.
20 years? Well, I don't think I've actually owned one of these, but I've seen many of them over the
Yes.
years that antique furs and one thing and another. And I would guess, looking at this one, how old do you think this one is?
I have no idea. No idea at all.
I would think this is probably between 1970 and 1980, and I think it's off a Rolls-Royce Shadow. This is the Spirit of Ecstasy.
Yes.
And the better ones are signed around the base, the
Yeah.
earlier ones, and they can make hundreds of pounds, I know that, but this was probably the most common model that they made from the Silver Shadow. So how much is something like this worth?
Well, I'll let you say.
I'm quite sure myself, actually. How long have you had it? 20 years?
About that, yes.
That wouldn't be a lot of money then, would it?
Quite a bit.
Was it? You want to get the money out and just see if I can buy it off you? It's about 20 quid, is that any good?
No, no way.
No way, right,
No way
okay.
at all.
Well, £40.
No, keep going.
This is quite a modern one, I'm sure, because I once had a little Rolls-Royce for a while, so I'll say £60, and I think that's where I'd want to be for this piece of car automobilia.
No, a lot more than that. Nowhere near.
I don't think if I fancy a lot more, £65, and I think I'm about there, I'll be honest with you.
Right, OK. Rolls-Royce mascot. They come up from time to time in auction, and basically we're normally looking at 80 to 120 pounds. That could be placed on a piece of nice acrylic, and that would make a nice gentleman's desk item. And I think that would be worth 80 pounds and not 65. That's another 15 quid. Now, a gentleman of style and elegance would do this. As little as 15 pounds, I'll have it. Let's see if he's one of those.
Well, sadly, these days are over of my Rolls-Royces and things like that. I'm looking for a bit of economy. And I don't want to give any more than that for it, because I would have it remounted if I bought it. It's going to cost more money. And then I'd try and sell it for a small profit. I don't fancy it for any more, but you can go to auction.
I'll go to auction.
Sorry I haven't bid you anymore, but I hope it does well at auction.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for bringing it in today.
Thank you.
Coming up, are the bidders getting revved up in the auction room?
They like it.
Lovely.
They like it even more than I thought they were going to like it.
And Alison's gone all flirty on us.
I was playing with him.
OK.
He wanted me to play with you.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal in Derby. Before the break, we saw Samuel turn down David Haytner's offer on the Rolls-Royce mascot.
£65, and I think I'm about there, I'll be honest with you.
I'll go to auction.
So it's off to auction we go.
Now, on the dealer's day, Sam, you brought along a Rolls-Royce full-size mascot. Where did you get it from?
I bought it from a second-hand shop about 15, 20 years ago.
All right, come on, do tell. 15, 20 years ago, what did you pay the second-hand shop?
About £20.
You got a bargain. It's coming up now. 80 to 120 is what the estimation is. Is it going to make the 80? Well, let's find out.
The chrome-plated Rolls-Royce car mascot, the famous Spirit of Ecstasy, and it starts on commission straight in at £80 and 5 do I see.
Straight in at 80.
£80 I'm bidding £5.
Good choice.
At £80 I'm bid 85, 90, 5.
They like it.
105.
Lovely.
110, 120.
They like it even more than I thought they were going to like it.
At £110 I'm bid on commission. At £110 it's against the wall then, and selling at £110.
Gavel's gone down. It's brought a smile to your face.
It has, definitely.
It was worth a gamble. 110 under the gavel. Take away the commission. It's just under £94. Are you satisfied?
Definitely.
Was that a good return on your investment of all those years ago?
It was, yes.
Tell you what, you could get some good buys a few years ago on the day. £94 has brought a smile to Sam's face. That is the real deal.
Definitely.
Over to Alison, where there is a lad in the dealer's den with a very special lamp. This final item has caught the interest of the Duke and auctioneer Stephen Iredale.
And this is your little lamp.
Yes, my little lamp. Yeah.
And what would you like to tell me about it?
Well, it's 1845, so it's quite old.
Yes.
I bought it in a charity a long time ago.
In a charity shop?
A long time ago, yeah.
Did they know it was silver?
Well, probably not, I don't know.
So what did you pay for it?
I can't remember, but it wouldn't have been too much. Something like a fiver, something like that.
Was
or
it?
Would have been under that, probably, yeah.
Really? Right. And, well, this is by a maker called Fig, a London maker, and as you say, it's 1845, and it's very much in a sort of Roman Greco style, isn't it?
Yeah, it's museum quality, isn't it? That?
Yeah. Have you tried to see if there's a genie by rubbing it?
I used to, I don't know.
Nothing's ever appeared.
Not yet, no.
Maybe I can make David appear, who knows?
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's very pleasing. The fact that we have the original liner.
Yeah, it's all
very
original.
Special. So you would have had your quill here, and you'd have taken the quill, dipped it into the ink, and then written away. So it's very pleasing. I love it.
Now, Stephen, I spotted this as it came through the door. A real little gem.
Fantastic.
Solid silver. I think it's a little cracker.
Absolutely, I'd agree.
Where have you estimated your range?
I had a word about it earlier. I think something like that, you have to put a nice conservative estimate on. I've put £300 to £500, but if it went bananas, I wouldn't be surprised.
OK. The question is, what will Alison see in it, and what will she put on the table? Let's see.
Right, well, I want to buy it. So it's get the money out time. And you paid a fiver for it. So let's start with a fiver. So match what you paid.
Well, £5 doesn't seem much of a start. A little bit of fun, of course, Alison likes to have.
There's a lot of eyebrow twitching going on there. You're obviously a very good eyebrow twitcher. So, £105. No. £155. £205.
£205 on the table, Stephen. What do you think?
Nowhere near.
You heard what Stephen said, nowhere near. I need to get in there pretty fast.
Oh, no, it's worth more than that.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, quite a bit more than that.
Quite a bit more than that.
I've jumped in here at this stage just to tell you what the independent valuers and the auctioneer say.
I'm only playing with him yet, David.
All right. Well, let me give him an idea while you play with him what he might get from you. That is a Victorian inkwell. It's a London mark. And the independent valuers and the auctioneer, they are both very enthusiastic, and they say, for your information, so you know, they say £300 to £500.
I was playing with him.
OK. So,
you wanted me to play with you, didn't you?
We will wait and see our dealer play with our seller, but we'll be keeping an eye on it.
Now he spoilt my fun. I was going slowly, so I'll have to cut to the chase, won't I? That's £305. Oh, when I know I'm floating your boat there with it.
Well, we're getting somewhere near. Well, near-ish.
£375.
Well, if you can make it the 400, then you've got a deal.
No. When you came to the table, what were you thinking of for it?
Well, about 400-ish.
About 400. And so you'd missed the deal for 25 quid?
Well, that's it. Well, it just gives an extra 20 then, 20, and then that's not bad, is it? Then you've got a bargain then, haven't you?
395.
Yeah, you've got a bargain there. Oh.
All right then. I like the idea of that.
Go on then.
Under the 400. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well, Alison didn't need to rub that lamp in order for her wish to come true. Great deal. Now, all that's left to do is to find out how our dealers have done today.
£200.
Simon sold the Royal Ducks figurine at an antiques fair for £210. Michael was so fond of the cruet guitar, he decided to add it to his personal rock and roll collection.
Rocking good news.
David made a cracking profit after shelling out £75 on a novelty Nutcracker and selling it on for £90. Alison splashed the cash on the silver inkwell but has yet to find a buyer. However, she sold the sapphire ring for £175 to a newly engaged couple, making her our dealer of the day.
We've got a deal. Thank you.
We've had a great day here in Derby. There's been lots of action, lots of buying and lots of selling. That's the way we like it. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. See you.